Generations X, Y, and Z. Generation X. People born approximately in the mid 1960 and 1980. Generation X is one whose parents are part of the baby boom generation. Characteristics. It is a generation that grew up along with technological advances. They carry out countless cultural activities outdoors and like to share with family and good friends. Uh, Many are individually single, do not have children, and do not usually publish many things about their life on social networks. They are not dependent user of the internet and technology, but they do benefit from its function. They are the parents of Generation A, J, or millennials. It is the first generation to come scientifically what VIH is. Generation Y. A Generation Y, or better come by millennials, are those born in 80 and 90. They practically do not remember a war without mobile phones or without having information at a click of the internet. Characteristics. They are digital natives. Their native ability to understand digital technology makes them able to integrate it more intuitive and key into their workstation. Number two, they have greater multitasking ability. Millennials are also to managing several sources of information at the same time and efficient. Number three, they are more and better prepared. Never before in history has there been a generation without hinder rate of hinder education. Generation C. The so-called Generation C was members are also called as centennials or postmillennials. It's basically global. Adolescents who were born in the late 1990 until the beginning of the millennial belong to it. Thus, it would be said that his one is around 20 years. They cannot conceive of a world without smartphones. Centennials are the first people to be born in the familiar digital age. In this way, they do not envision the world without mobile devices, be it smartphones or tablets. These young people have a great command of technological friends and explain several words a day, from 6 to 10 connected to the internet. They are very supportive. The young people of this generation are empathetic and support type. They have a weak facility for making friends and the digital play. In addition, it helps it helps social and environmental commitment. They are non-conformists. This generation is not connected with Russian the same goals as their predecessors. such as finding a good job, having home, and starting a family. They have hid aspiration and are not limited to achievements. They are individualist and self-centered. Most of the photos these young people share on their social profiles and selfies. Likewise, it can be said that they uh, show themselves as they are. They do not intend to change. This means to meet the variety standard imposed by society, and they are a guide erase the imperfection of their photographs. Entertainment preference for Gen Z. B 2020 Generation Z will constitute a largest group of consumers globally, be concentrating on their entertainment preference. Studies indicate dating is a group that is a fan of consuming or icing multimedia. Double sense, such as Summercast or Apple TV, video game console, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And addiction, they indicate that it is okay to be subscribed to video on demand platforms, such as Netflix, HBO, Now, or Hulu. It's time to welcome Generation Z fashion. It is a generation that is not afraid to express her ideas, but it as its social stereotypes they do uh, not sex to marry or hate children, nor mark still being true to yourself is the waltzing principle of the Namkar Livingston Generation C fashion sex to be faithful and comfortable with its own conviction. Hair coloring, the Riverdale actor teaches us how men also can how to take advantage of her days. Following many which had red hair makes in clear tight every time and men, especially talks of Generation Z can now to take advantage of their images. We almost forgot experimentation is another of the essential of the generation. Finally, music to understand Tol's boyfriend 2000. Have you not empty folding tank? It is increasingly difficult for you to understand your nephew, children, or cousin. That they teach you what they like or the music they listen to, and you think at what points over the say you so much. Not worry, don't not worry. It happens to all focus, and it starts to understand Generation Z. We will need several lessons. Then C is based on the data they collected from the teenage user. From that information, they created placings that include the most popular articles among teenagers, such as 21 Pillows, Let It Meet, Imagine Dragons, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, among others. When we all fall, I'll say where the with you, Billie Eilish. This 18 years old artist, yes, 18, has already traveled the world while succeeding with where album and when we all fall outlets were do we go. But the most incredible thing is that anti-time off with his first singles. He was only 15 years old. Billie Eilish is one more example of the extent to which social networks play a crucial role in the world of music because thanks to her song Oceanaries going viral, she was here and me a record company. She is one of the greatest musical representation of Generation Z.